Let me talk to y'all for a minute, right? I grew up in Bronx River Projects, in the hood, in the gutter. Most of the dudes that I grew up with didn't have a father. Some of them didn't have a mother that wasn't on crack, coke, dope. We had to survive through the 80s, through the 90s. Some of the hardest time we had to survive through that, through the crack ever, right? If I took some of my friends that I grew up with, as well as myself, and we shared our pain with you, some of you people wouldn't even believe that we actually survived the things that we went through. What is my reason for saying this? In my life, I had to weather many storms. Being taken advantage of as a child by grown people that had beef, that threw me out there to fight their beefs. Grown men who turned into beasts of a nation and took advantage of me as a child. Like, I had to survive child abuse, being beat with extension cords growing up. I had to survive mentally not having my father there. And when he did come around, watching him OD off of dope and being carted out by the ambulance, I had to survive things that made me sit in the closet and cry, looking for my father, wondering if he was still alive. I used to go to the store for my mother at the age of 10, 11, 12. She wanted some cigarettes or go get some milk or go get the wick because we was on welfare. Sometimes we was, sometimes we wasn't. And I had to go all the way to, I had to go to the store to go get eggs, whatever, for my mother. And I would take a detour. And I would walk all the way from 174th Street, Bronx River Avenue, across the bridge, danger zone, through Katona, where they used to be, back in those days, going through Katona, it used to be loose dogs that would chase you. So sometimes I'd be up in the monkey bars until those dogs left. Those stray dogs used to chase me. Then I'd go through Claremont and walk all the way to 1458 Webster as a little boy. And at that age, you ain't used to walking that far till my feet hurt. Just to go look for my father who was never there and see my grandmother. Now, with that being said, I done did years on Rikers Island, fighting bodies. Met some ugly dudes up in there. They was the op. Met some cool dudes up in there, some of the best people in the world. Nevertheless, I had to survive bullpen therapy. During the era and the time of brothers like Tank K, Wild Bill, S.I., Benji, Papa Jock, Mike from Brownsville, K Born and them from Fort Greene, Tattoo. Been on the island with all of these cats, right? I had to survive. Came home from jail. I ain't spent 20 or 30 years in a box. I had to still survive the 90s on the street when it was real and some of the illest killers done got killed. I made it this far. Blood, sweat, and tears. I had to weather the storm. I'm doing a video. I had to survive. I had to weather the storm. I'm hiding for the kids out here. They talking while I'm doing my video. Dad, like, leave me alone. I had to survive and weather the storm, right? And with that being said, in life, when you see somebody that look like they shining a little bit and they got their turn in life to look and appear like they happy, and sometimes they really still not happy, and they trying to keep a smile on their face and put a smile on your face, and they ain't bothering you, leave them alone. You never know what a person went through to get to where they at. And the sad part about us as a people, When we see somebody finally eating off their plate or have something, I got to deal with people talking about my Audi, right? Oh, that's an old model. It's mine. It's what I wanted. I asked God for it, and he allowed me to have it, because not a leaf from a tree falls without God's permission. I asked him for it. He allowed me to have it, and I got it. If my sneakers is scuffed up a little bit, if my hat is leaning to the side or if it's too big, it's something that I asked God for. He allowed me to work for it, and I have it. You never know what a person been through. Stop trying to block out the sun to keep the sun from shining. This is what some of you people do. Y'all come with an umbrella. I could be standing right in the sun trying to get my vitamin D to feed my cells, and you'll come with an umbrella over my head, not to stop this rain from falling on me. Y'all don't want to stop the rain. Y'all want me to get wet in 20-degree weather and get sick and go home to my children and catch pneumonia. You don't want me to rise like the flowers in the dirt. You want to put me in the dirt. I've been through some of the worst things that you could possibly go through on this earth. And some of the people that you know that walk around with a smile on their face, sometimes they really not happy. They just have to still weather the storm, and they don't want you to see the ugly things that they still going through. And you be sitting up there looking at their Instagram posts or their Facebook posts, mad because somebody got likes, mad because they look and appear to be more happier than you. You don't know what storm a person is going through. Stop trying to rob them of their joy. When you see somebody smile, let them smile. Do you really want to see their pain? It's like watching the movie The Crow, right? If you've ever seen the movie The Crow with Brandon Lee, may he rest in peace. At the end of the movie, he grabbed the bad guy and he shared his pain with him. And that pain went through his body like electricity and made him fall to his death. He couldn't even survive the pain. Some of you that's trying to put me back in the same misery that I escaped out of, you trying to put me back into that misery. Why? Can I have a good day on this earth before the angel of death decide to push my button and collect my soul and bring it back to the essence of the afterlife? Death is just a heartbeat away. Everybody on this earth that I know, we living in poverty and pain. We robbing Peter to pay Paul. Tomorrow's not promised to none of us. Can some of us have a good day without y'all coming with your umbrella trying to block out the sun? Being that it's raining outside, maybe you could come assist me with your umbrella and help stop the rain. It is what it is, man. I think I want to go outside in the rain. They said it may sound crazy. Let people live, man. Live and let live, man. You never know what a person is going through. Me coming out with my story on Afrika Bambaataa was one of the worst things that I ever did in my life. One of the most stressfulest things. It brought me back to the age and the era of a kid. It's like having a wound and opening up the stitches and opening up the scars. Some days, my days is real rainy. And every time I turn around, somebody's waking up with another video about me or more gossip about me that's so untrue, trying to cause me more pain. How much more could I take? Can I have one day without y'all trying to tear my life apart? Can I live? Live and let live, man. The moral of this story is you never know what a person been through. Don't try to put them through anymore because you think that they living better than you. Peace and blessings be upon you. Ramadan Kareem to all my Muslim brothers and sisters out there. Shalom to all the Israelite brothers and sisters out there. Peace and love to all my Christian brothers and sisters out there. And all my Pan-Africans, peace. All my white people, peace. All my Chinese people, peace, man. It's universal love out here. Universal love. Live and let live, man. Everybody deserves their time to shine on this earth. You never know what a person been through, man. Let them smile a little bit.